All right, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this. I thought it would be something different. I've done some other, what I like to call Bronco casts, where I just kind of talk for a little bit, but I wanted to kind of give an update on what's going on with my channel, because I've been seeing a ton of comments from people asking me if I quit YouTube, or asking me if I've gone permanent Hearthstone streamer. Am I gonna talk about video games anymore? Like, what's going on? And I wanted to kind of give some of my loyal fans, those of you who have stuck around, I appreciate you, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update of what I have been up to and where I have kind of where my mind's been and where I kind of envision things going. First and foremost, I'm not quitting YouTube. Obviously, I'm doing a video talking to you right now. So you're gonna have to at least be stuck with me a little bit longer. But you know, as I enter a ripe old age of 42 years old, and I spent an awesome week over with some friends and family over at Disney, having an absolute blast, just getting away from everything. Obviously, I had some Hearthstone videos in the tank for you guys to watch. I hope you enjoyed watching me lose or win triumphantly, depending on what type of the video it was. But after those, I will probably start scaling back from some of those a little bit. It's easy content to do, but it's clear to me that a lot of people don't really seem to care about it too much, based on the view count I'm getting is in the single digits at times, which is a little disappointing. They're very easy videos to make. Like, it's just me hitting record and going. But if I'm trying to grow my channel, obviously that's not what people have found me for. And I've done enough of them with enough frequency now that I feel like if they were gonna take off, they would have by now, and they're not. I do love the comments. I love people criticizing my gameplay and giving me feedback. I'm gonna continue to do those, but they're gonna be in a much bigger VOD. And what I'm gonna most likely do is I'm just gonna stream it live one night on YouTube, and then it'll just be a video on demand, and it'll be multiple games. It won't just be one game, and I'll probably start scaling those back to, I don't know, maybe once a week. We'll kind of have to see how that plays out. But that's my thought on that, because like I said, they're fun to do, but I'm losing subscribers. Like, I'm actively losing subscribers. So that typically only happens if people aren't thrilled. So that's the first part on Hearthstone and that piece. As far as some of the videos I used to do before, talking about, like, is Game X dead? Or is, you know, what's the big video game news? I do like doing those. I still think there's a lot of value I add as a program manager in my real life and as a video game enthusiast in my YouTube life, right? I think I have a good understanding of the business acumen that I can provide a unique perspective on kind of what's going on and why. And obviously, just being a video game super fan and still being a video game super fan, you'll actually see at the end of this video where I'm going right now. I think I will continue to pick those up. However, I am gonna start getting away. This camera just doesn't want to stay, but that's okay. I am going to start getting away from some of the negativity videos that I've done in the past about, like, why is so-and-so dead, or this sucks, or fire Phil Spencer. I still believe all that, by the way, but I'm going to start getting away from that. It's just not my style anymore. And the truth is, I'm just kind of tired when it comes to just being negative. I think the world is just I think YouTube is too negative. I really do. And I don't want to contribute to it anymore. And oddly enough, going back to my first point about how nobody's watching my videos anymore, you want to hear the funny thing? Those are my best videos. The videos when I have, like, a picture of a tombstone on the clip art, or it's going to get loud and proud because we're on the highway now, boys and girls. But yeah, you know, those, like, videos when I put, like, a tombstone on the front, or, you know, skull and crossbones, or I have some scathing headline, those are the videos that get me the most clicks, which is odd. So it's clearly not for the fame. I know that's contradictory to what I just said, but I don't like dumping on that anymore. I do believe that ultimately a lot of decisions are made with too much financial impact in mind. EA comes to mind. Ubisoft comes to mind, where they're recycling old tech or old engines because it's better to do that for the bottom line. But but it's not necessarily better for the gamer. I will absolutely still be talking about those from a technologically like development standpoint, but I'm gonna start getting away from just kind of these hit pieces that I used to do. You know, is Halo dead? Yeah, probably. I don't need to tell you about it every week. So I think those videos are gonna come to an end, but I will still do selective news videos based on when the news makes sense to cover and based on when I have something tangible to go on. I still typically do not do videos on rumors or speculation. I do not think I will continue. I still will continue to not do rumors and speculation videos about theorizing or finding cryptic, you know, reading the tea leaves, so to speak, and looking at LinkedIn accounts and trying to piece together what's going on, unless I think there's something really tangible there. Or again, if it's somebody like Jason Schreier or somebody I actually trust in the news, which is few and far between anymore, you know, maybe one of those guys, I'll cover something that they're talking about with that acumen spin that I mentioned at the beginning here. But I'm not going to stick to rumor and speculation videos because I just don't care about them. There's too many rumors and too many wild theories going on about what's going on, and it kind of ruins the surprise. E3, which is unfortunately long dead and still remains long dead, was the best place to get that just massive influx of news and gaming. Studios are much more controlled about the information they release now. Leaks are definitely harder to actually confirm. And if I had a nickel for every Twitter feed or X feed that I read, where somebody told me that they were working on you know, some insider thing, their uncle worked at Nintendo, whatever, and then they reported on it and that somehow became news, I'd be rich. Most of those don't actually pan out to much of anything. So that's going to continue to stop for me, and I'm not going to cover those because I just don't care. I'll leave those for the speculation channels. I don't want to do that. As far as game reviews, I am still actively looking into getting a better capture setup. I realize a lot of the footage I record isn't that great. It's typically streamed directly from my console to Twitch, pulled down from Twitch, and then I put a voiceover. I put a lot of effort into making a really, really good sounding microphone system. I spent a lot of money on buying a really nice DAC and a really nice microphone, and I spent a lot of time tweaking and refining things that you'll never even, like, most people don't care about, but putting it through like Audacity and raising the treble and the compression and lowering the bass, because sometimes I get a little bassy when I talk, taking out all the plosives because I got 2 pop filters now. I mean, all these things I do, I really want it to sound crisp and clear. Unfortunately, the video part of that never matches the audio, and it disappoints me. Again, they're low view videos, but if I'm gonna put something out there with the coveted VYPERMAJIK brand name on it, I want it to look good. So those videos are gonna start coming out a little bit slower because I'm gonna try some new capture setups. It's kind of a pain in the ass because I gotta move computers around. I have been looking into other ways of recording, and eventually when I update my next computer, now that both me and my wife have a good stable gaming computer, the next solid upgrade will go to a dedicated gaming streaming PC for upstairs so that I can start to record nice, high definition, nice crisp frame rate visuals to match that. And that's gonna take some time. You'll know when it happens, I'll tell you. You're gonna have to be stuck with the Twitch stuff for a little bit longer, but I want it to look better. And I look back at my channel over the last 10 years, and I look back at how horrible some of my original recordings were and how far I've come, and I'm very pleased with the audio piece. I worked really hard on the audio piece, and now I think it's time for the visual piece to kind of step up. I don't think that means I'll be getting into guides or cheats. I've done some of those in the past, like easy Bloodborne. Like my Bloodborne video still brings me in like $30 a month based on a Bloodborne video I did on an easy way to farm in a very specific area. I don't even know if it's patched. I don't think I'll do that. I'm going to leave that to the pros and the lore masters and VYPERMAJIK and all those people who can find a better way to exploit games and systems and stuff. But I will be doing deep dive reviews, obviously, as I finish games. For those wondering, I am still playing Final Fantasy. I have not yet beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm 90 hours into the game. I'm close. I'm working through the Elden Ring DLC. I did beat Halo Fireteam Raven, and my next video on the way home today will actually be discussing my thoughts on that game, because I have a lot to say on it. And I did a video on it about 5 years ago when I went with my true love, Brent Casina. We went to arcade, I think it was Dave & Buster's, and we played it. Now, that was the original variant. I'll talk about what all that means later, but I did go back and actually finish the fight. So I'm very happy, and I will be doing video reviews on games I still beat. That will not change, even if they're late to the party reviews, where the game's been out for like 5 years and I just got into it. Thanks to me upgrading to the ultimate PlayStation service now, the PlayStation, I don't even know what it's called, Pro Plus, whatever, with a massive backlog of games I have not touched. There's a lot of games that are new to me, like Gravity Rush 2, which I've been dying to play. So I'm gonna have some recordings and thoughts on that. I'll still be doing impression videos, and I'll still be focusing on some of the things I buy, some of the collector edition things I buy, but I'm gonna try something a little different. We'll see if it sticks. There are other things that are tech related that I'm interested in that aren't video game tech. I've always kind of put my blinders on when it comes to video game tech specifically. If somebody sends me a microphone or a web camera or other pieces of technology, I typically only look at it from a standpoint. Oh, this lane's ending. Okay, well, let's merge back over. I typically only look at it from a standpoint of how would it affect a video game performance. I'm going to be getting rid of that, and I'm going to instead be focusing more on just general tech. So I'm going to do a little bit more tech, still with a massive emphasis on video gaming. But as an example, later on this week, I did go to the Disney outlet store, and I picked up a really cool mod for my droid, which I want to talk about. So you're going to get that kind of content. It's not video game related. So a slight deviation from what I've done. We'll see if that video sticks. If you guys like it and it gets some decent hits, I may do more of that in the future. There's a lot of stuff I buy that's tech-wise, things I buy that I'm really invested in that I never talk about. The last thing, the thing I'm in right now, my Bronco. I love my Bronco. I've put over 4,000 miles on it in just 4 months. I love it that much. I am driving it all over the place. I am constantly doing things to it. I've added things to it. I've put accessories on it. I'm continuing to expand my arsenal of Bronco stuff. And I have been giving serious thought to even pivoting into doing some Bronco stuff, to talk about some mods that you can pick up on the cheap for your Bronco that will make it look even cooler. And I've been debating that, which I've never really thought of doing. Again, this channel, I've always been driving more towards video games. That's always been the emphasis. That is and will always be my true love and my true passion. I'm not chasing clicks by doing weird exploitative videos on like my neighbor's Cybertruck, or on, which I could go sit in and record for you guys, do like a test drive. I know some people like Kevin probably losing their minds thinking about me doing that. That's really not my jam. I'm not a vehicle reviewer, but the Bronco is near and dear to my heart, and it's a part of me. So we'll see where that content may or may not evolve. We'll find out below. But I just wanted to give an update and say that I am still alive. I'm trying to find fun new things to record. As I get older, as my desire for quality content increases, as my emphasis to make things that look nicer for you guys and sound nicer and have more meaningful content, I'm going to try to keep doing that. For a long time, I was pushing myself to videos daily. I did that for years. I would do daily videos, whether it was gameplay or news or reviews, and it wore me out. And I think I'm finding a good, happy place, 2 to 3 quality projects a week where I can really sit down, set up a nice tripod, mic myself correctly, get good lighting, get good visuals for you guys, and really explain something in a passionate way. I still do scriptless. I don't know if a lot of people do that in YouTube or not. I don't have a script. I don't have notes in front of me. When I do my reviews, they probably come off as a little bit disharmonious. Oh, I shouldn't use that vocabulary because I don't think I used that correctly. Cacophonous, I'll use that one. Probably to some people because I'm just thinking of things, but I know that I know games. I know that I know games, and I know that I'm passionate about games, and I think that is what has always been my creative driving force on this channel. I think that is what has always led me back to talking about things with heart and passion, because I get them from a fundamental level. I've been playing video games for 37 years, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. And I still love playing video games, and I still love, you know, the excitement of getting a new game and people walking really slowly across the crosswalk, and almost me getting in an accident. But I still love that, and that passion still drives me. And that's why I said, even though I'm gonna dabble into some other small things, some unboxings and some other creative projects that I'm gonna start working on, video games will always be at the focus of my channel and the focus of kind of what I do. So with that, I am pulling into the parking lot of Arcade Monsters. I'm gonna park way at the end because I don't want anyone to ding my doors. I'm gonna put my camera on because I can't park this thing without a camera. And I'm gonna bid you guys farewell. As you can see over there, you can't see over there, can you? Hold on. Let's see if I can even put this up. Show you Arcade Monsters. Wow, that's tight. You know, for as tight as my camera was, it sure slid around an awful lot, didn't it? There's Arcade Monsters over there. Let's see if we can zoom in. No, we can't. But I am at Arcade Monsters. I'm going to meet some friends for a second Arcade Monsters viewing. I might actually record some video today there. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just there to have fun. I don't want to interrupt all us passionate gamers showing up at freaking opening. So that's it for right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, whatever you're doing. Thank you for being patient with me and my channel. I will be back, and I will be better. 42 is looking great. I've lost a ton of weight. I got a lot more energy, and some of my passions and hobbies have changed, and I'm looking forward to sharing them all with you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.